Hi there, welcome to another video with 5 Valley Cycles. My name's Rob. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about rear hubs that you find on bikes, the different kind of designs you can find, the different brands and what they offer, which ones I recommend and which ones I suggest steering clear of. So yeah, let's get started. So the first one I want to look at is just your sort of traditional Shimano hub that you find on a lot of the sort of more affordable wheels, but you also find them on some of the more expensive wheels as well. And that is your sort of quick release axle hub here. So this is your quick release axle hub with your classic cup and cone bits on the hub where the bearings sit to. So these hubs, they're great if you've got a budget wheel and you're happy to just replace the whole wheel if anything goes wrong with the free hub or with the hub in general. But not so great if you're buying a more expensive wheel and something goes wrong with the hub. So I'll just go through it. So over here, this is obviously the axle that sits in the middle of the hub. And the white bit here is where the quick release skewer actually goes through. So this pink bit here is the cone where the bearing sits against, and this is the cup, which is within the free hub body itself. You have the same thing on the other side here. So this is the cone and this is the cup, and the bearing sits here. So immediately, what is not the ideal about this type of hub is that when the bearings wear out, they become pitted and rough, and they wear down the insides of the hub here, which is the cup, and these are not removable, so you cannot replace them. So a lot of people come into the shop and they want to get a hub service on sort of a cheaper Shimano wheel, and they expect it to be running really nice and smoothly once they've had the hub serviced. But because once the bearing was worn down, it rubs against the inside of the hub here, and so once that's happened, it's never going to run as smoothly as it did when it was new. So that's one thing that's not ideal about these wheels. The second thing would be the free hub. So this is the free hub here. Now it works great, it does work, but when the free hub goes wrong or it breaks down, it's a non-serviceable free hub. People do have a go at servicing them, but you can't really service them properly, because again, once the bearings have worn down, the the cup and the cone of these parts of the free hub, once they've worn down, you just can't really repair them. So they're designed to be throwaway items, and you just replace the free hub. Whereas on some of the other hubs that we're going to go through, you'll see that they're very much serviceable. They've got sealed cartridge bearings that you can replace. They've got pulls that you can pull out and replace as well, so you don't always have to replace the whole free hub. So that's not ideal. The other big problem with this type of free hub is there are loads of different types of free hub. And you can't always get the right free hub for the hub that you have. It'll say on the hub itself the model of the hub, and then you can spend forever on Google trying to search for the free hub that will fit the hub, and oftentimes you just can't find them. So you end up having to just buy a new wheel, which is obviously not as ideal as it could be. So the other thing with these wheels is a lot of wheels will have designs where you just have 2 top caps on either side of the hub that holds the wheel together. You don't have to do any sort of adjustment with cone spanners. With these ones, the caps and cone type hubs, you have to use cone spanners to adjust them. If you tighten them up too much, the bearings won't spin. If you have them too loose, then there'll be loads of play in the wheel. So yeah, so lots more sort of faffing about trying to get the hubs sort of set up, and yeah, so it's not optimal compared to other options, which we'll go into shortly. So I will just say that that's not the case with all of the Shimano hubs. Some of the more modern hubs on sort of some of the more higher end wheels, like this is a through axle hub. They've started to move away from the cup and cone bearings, which is a good thing. So this one, you've got sealed cartridge bearings either side. You've got a serviceable free hub, so you can remove the pulls and replace them if you need to. And you've got the two top caps on either side. And it's not quite as optimal as some of the free hubs that you can get, because some free hubs you just pop the top caps on either side, and that's all you have to do. These ones, there's still some adjustment. You still have to see right on the end. There's some bits there for a cone spanner, so you do still have to do some adjustment. I don't know why they designed them like this. There must be a reason, but yeah, it's not as easy to. It's not quite as. It's still much easier than the cup and cone bearings, but it's not as easy as some of the ones that you don't have to do any adjustment at all on, which we'll go into in a minute. So the next one we'll look at is the Hope hubs, which Hope are well known for making really good quality components. The hubs are the same, they're really good quality. So this one looks to be, so this is a through axle model. You can see it uses sealed cartridge bearings in the inside of the free hub, which is great. I mean, you can service the free hub. You don't just have to throw it away and buy a new one. It looks like the bit inside the hub itself, where the pulls of the free hub latch onto, that's removable as well, so you can replace that if that wears down. It's got the two top caps on either side. I believe they're just ones where you can pop them on and take them off, which is great. That's what you want. You don't want to have to be faffing about adjusting things. You've got the pulls here, which you can remove and replace if you need to. So this is a fully serviceable hub. And this is what the difference is between buying a good quality hub like this as opposed to one of the sort of cheaper Shimano hubs. Shimano do excellent quality components outside of their wheels. I think some of their wheels are good, but a lot of the hubs on their wheels are known to be less good quality. For some reason, they're still using cup and cone bearings on a lot of their hubs. So this is the difference between getting a good quality hub and a cheaper hub. They're serviceable. You don't have to just throw them away. So next we'll look at, this is a Fulcrum hub. So I've owned a couple of pairs of Fulcrum wheels. They're really nice. I've had a pair of Racing 4 wheels and a pair of Racing 3 wheels that I bought second hand. So the Racing 4 wheels had sealed cartridge bearings on the inside of the hub, which is obviously really good because you can replace the bearings once they've worn out, and they're very easy to get hold of, the sealed cartridge bearings. The Racing 3 hubs had a similar sort of setup to what you can see on the screen here, where they're kind of like, they're not loose ball bearings, they're sort of a replaceable set of bearings. They're not sealed cartridge bearings that you can get hold of easily. You have to get them. They're a specific Fulcrum design, which is fine, and I know they do run really smoothly and they're very nice once they're set up, but they're not as easy to service as the ones with the replaceable sealed cartridge bearings that you can just buy from anywhere. And I do worry that this kind of sort of setup is going to be very difficult to find replacement parts for it, once the wheels have reached a certain age, because they'll just stop making the parts for them, whereas you're always going to be able to get hold of the sealed cartridge bearings. So the other issue I have with the Fulcrum wheels is that you have this bit here. So this is an adjustment. I guess you'd call it an adjustment cap or bit. So it's like a clamp here. So you tighten it up with an Allen key, and it goes onto the threaded part of the axle here. I don't know why it's not showing that it's threaded, but there will be a threaded bit on the axle here that you tighten up as you would, with your fingers, and then you just tighten it up to get rid of any play in the hub. So yeah, again, I don't know why they do this, knowing that you can get hub designs which are much more simple and don't involve any sort of doing up or tightening or adjusting. So yeah, not optimal in my eyes, but they're still very good quality hubs. Just a few more components and bits and pieces, and yeah, obviously the areas of concern that I just discussed. So next I want to look at some Mavic hubs. Mavic do some really good quality hubs. They also do some really finicky hubs that are difficult to maintain. You have to get some special tools to take out the free hub and do bits and pieces like that with. So this is a Cosmic S40, which I believe is a set of carbon road wheels. And I think these are 600-700 quid new, so they're not a budget wheel at all. So this looks to be a quick release axle. Yeah, it's got a rim brake. So it's for a sort of an older bike. So you can see that this is the axle, and the quick release skewer will go through the middle. It's got sealed cartridge bearings, which is good. They're very easy to replace those, so that's good. But what I don't like is that you've got these adjusting bits here. So you've got old nuts, which just seem very old-fashioned in this day and age. When you've got, I keep on going on about the top caps, but when you've got wheels where you can just pull on and off the top caps either end, it just seems very old-fashioned to have these sort of cup and cone, they're not cup and cone, but the cone spanner type adjustment bits on either side of the hub. Yeah, not sure why they've done that, but yeah, I have owned a pair of Mavic Cosmic wheels that were on a road bike, which had the DT Swiss style star ratchet hub, which are great, and we'll have a look at the DT Swiss hub in a second, which make they're sort of ideal hubs. I think they're excellent hubs. So that set of wheels from Mavic are really good. The ones with the star ratchet hubs, really good. So we'll have a look at the. So here we have the DT Swiss style hub. They all have a similar sort of design to this. So just go through it. So this is the free hub. This is a SRAM XD type free hub. Just looks different if you've obviously used to seeing the Shimano HG free hubs. It's just a different type of free hub to fit SRAM cassettes. So either side here, it's not fully exploded, which is a shame, but either side of the hub you've got the top caps which you just pull off when you want to service the hub. So very simple. Inside the free hub you'll have the sealed cartridge bearings, so very easy to service. This is just a sleeve to separate the two bits and keep the hub running smoothly. This part is a removable part within the hub that the star ratchet sits in. So again, a nice touch that it's removable and you can replace it if anything goes wrong, and so again, it's fully serviceable. So the way this works is once the hub's put together, the two star ratchets, they touch each other and the springs hold them close together. So when the wheel's freewheeling, they obviously don't engage, and then when you pedal, they latch onto each other, kind of like a clutch, and then yeah, so that's how the free hub works. So yeah, why is this a good hub? Because it's very easy to service. You don't need any tools to take the hub apart. You literally just pull it apart. Sorry, there probably will be a tool that you'll need to take this part out. But other than that, you probably won't ever need to take that part out. But if you do need to take that out, you will need a tool. But other than that, no tools required. If you look at the overall amount of parts within this hub is way less than stuff like the Fulcrum hubs or the Shimano hubs. And I think the fewer parts you have, the more simple it is, and easier it's going to be to maintain. The other thing with these hubs is they make a really nice sound. You can buy upgrade kits for these. So I believe the original ones have something like 30 something teeth on the star ratchets, and you can buy kits where you can replace these star ratchets with 50 something teeth, I think. I'm not sure off the top of my head, and that just means that you have better engagement, more points of engagement when you're cycling. So if you're racing or anything like that, and you suddenly need to engage the pedals, you can have a quicker engagement, which I think is quite cool. So the final set of wheels that I thought I'd throw in just for fun is the Elite wheels. So I bought a pair of these a few months back, and I recently did a review of these wheels. If you want to go and have a look at that, or I do a deep dive into the ENT 2.0 wheels, which I've been riding on my bike for the past few months. I think they're a great deal. But if we have a look at the hub, see how that compares to some of the other models we've looked at. So here is the exploded diagram for the Elite ENT 2.0 wheels. So what you can see here is you've got the hub, the top caps, which I like to go on about, either side of the hub, which make servicing really simple. Inside of the free hub, you can see you've got the sealed cartridge bearings, so very easy to maintain. It's a simple pull type free hub. So again, if the pulls break or anything goes wrong, you don't have to buy a whole new free hub. You can just replace the pulls, and you can go through Elite wheels to get hold of them if you need to. So yeah, a very simple design of hub. There's not many parts. If you add them all up, it's similar to the sort of DT Swiss style hub in that sense. There's not as many parts that you need to worry about. You don't need to buy any special tools to service the hub. Just really easy to look after. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope that's useful. Just a bit of my knowledge on the hubs that I've worked on over the years. If you've got any questions, or there's a specific hub you want to know more about, then send me a message and I'll see if I can share my thoughts on it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Just another thing, if you're interested to know more about the Elite wheels, which are what I'm holding here, then I've got another video doing a deep dive on the wheels. So I'll send a link so you can check that out. That'll be in the description. If you do want to buy these wheels as well, I'll send you the link to where you can get them from, because they're coming from AliExpress. So if you want to know exactly where to get them from, then I'll put the link in the description as well. Cheers.